lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and I hope and pray you all are doing well, you all are safe and healthy. Today I bring to you the monthly favorites. That's right, I would be restarting my monthly favorites, and today's video is going to be all about my August favorites. I'm going to share with you all the items and everything that became my favorites in the month of August. So let's get started. So the very first item that I want to share with you all is a skincare product. It is this nourishing skin cream from Himalaya. Now it is supposed to be for your face. You can use it on your face, but because of its texture, because it is so thick in nature, I think you can use it all over your body as a body butter. But I didn't pick it up for my face or my body. I mainly picked it up for my hands because of the current situation that we all have landed in. We are washing our hands so often, almost in very short intervals. We have to attend to some errand which mainly involves water. If you're doing the household chores like me, if I'm doing the dishes, or I'm working in the kitchen, I'm washing my hands constantly. So the past few months, almost 5 months, I didn't apply anything on my hands, as a result of which my skin had got totally dried up and my skin had started to peel. So I knew that a normal hand cream wouldn't help me, and I just needed something really rich in nature, and that is the reason I opted for this cream from Himalaya. Now I picked it up from a local pharmacy, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it is pretty thick in nature, and this is exactly what my hands needed. I knew that a simple hand cream wouldn't help me out, so what I like to do is I like to take a little bit and massage it thoroughly onto my hands, and this is something that I do just before going to sleep, because I know I wouldn't be attending to anything shortly at a short interval, and I would be sleeping for many hours together, so my hands would have that much of time to get the treatment from this cream. This is something that you can definitely use on your face. I, for starters, did use it on my face just before going to bed. I used it for about a week because I had completely given up on moisturizing as well. So I used it for a week, and because I'm from the oily skin family, it felt a bit too heavy on my face, but it has worked out beautifully for my hands. My hands feel so thoroughly moisturized. So if you are suffering from a similar problem, and if you have severely dried hands, I would highly recommend this. But I would definitely suggest that you use this generously all over your hands and a little on your elbows just before you go to sleep, because that would give the cream those many hours to work its magic. And believe you me, this cream has definitely helped my hands. The peeling problem is sorted. My hands feel quite nourished and quite moisturized. So I'm very happy with this product, and I very strongly recommend it, if you are suffering from a similar problem. So next up is the good old Medimix soap. So hear me out. I'm going to explain you exactly why it has become my favorite in the past few months, in fact. So I was introduced to this soap in Bangalore. I remember when I was back in college, I had gone for a holiday to Bangalore, and in one of the hotel rooms, I saw the soap bar, and I remember during that vacation, when I went to Bangalore and Ooty, I remembered using that soap a lot, and I had really liked it. And when I was in college, I had used it for a short time, and then I got carried away with this fad, and there were different kind of soap bars and shower gels. I got carried away in this entire fad of using different items. So what happened was, during the lockdown period, like I had explained in my previous videos, I developed some kind of a skin infection on my stomach. I got these huge patches on my stomach, and along with the medication, I decided to make some more changes. I totally gave up using the loofah. I gave up using any kind of shower gels, and I switched back to the good old Medimix. Now, not only did I feel squeaky clean after using it, psychologically also I was feeling a lot more satisfied with it. I felt like, if there's any kind of bacteria, it would be out of my body. And since then, I have been using it non-stop. I think I've been using this soap continuously from the month of April, and I'm using it till date, and I think I'm going to continue using it for the next few months. So if you haven't heard about this soap, and if you haven't tried it at all, I would strongly suggest that you should definitely give it a shot at least once. It's got a very decent fragrance. You feel you're getting the fragrance of a little bit of a eucalyptus, little bit of herbs. It in fact says that it has the extracts of 18 herbs. It lathers very well. So not only do I use it on my entire body, I end up using it on my face as well when I'm taking a bath. So I am extremely happy with this soap and it hasn't disappointed me. And like the saying goes, that old is gold. So I think the Medimix soap is going to be my favorite, at least for the next few months as well. So ever since we have all landed in this pandemic, personal grooming, self-grooming, self-pampering has kind of taken a backseat, and manicures and pedicures is certainly one of them. So I don't think any one of us have visited the salon as yet, because there are so many doubts and there's so much of fear inside. At least I am still very frightened. So my hair coloring, manicure, pedicures, waxing, all of those things have really taken a backseat. My hair desperately needs a haircut and hair color. So I, for one, has always been very, very particular about my manicure and pedicures. I made sure that I never missed my manicure pedicure appointments. But since the lockdown happened and everything that followed with it, I started doing a lot of household chores, and naturally I wanted to keep my nails really short. So I started clipping my nails every weekend, and I made sure that I had really short nails, and painting the nails also was completely out of the question for me. But suddenly in the month of August, I felt this urge that I wanted to paint my nails, and that is when I reached out for this nail paint from Nykaa. Now the shade is called Viso Plum. It is a dark, deep wine color. In fact, I don't have it on my nails right now, but if you have watched my previous video, you might see that the nail paint that I'm wearing is this shade, and suddenly I felt all groomed and I felt happy looking at my painted nails. So painting my nails is something that I'm going to be doing more often. So the next item is a hair care product, and it is this hair mask from Plum. Now this is in the variant olive and macadamia, and it says it is a mega moisturizing hair mask for chemically treated hair. So this particular hair mask is specially targeted for chemically treated hair. As you can see here, that my hair is very severely chemically treated because I change my hair color very often. So what happened is that last year I had colored my hair red, and soon after that I went for a holiday and I ended up going in for scuba diving, and that totally damaged my hair because the color faded, and from red it turned into an orange, and then thereafter it turned into a complete blonde. So I was due for a haircut and hair color, but because of the lockdown, naturally we couldn't visit the salons, and I don't think I'm going to be visiting the salon anytime soon. So that is when I reached out for this hair mask. Now I had purchased this hair mask last year, but I didn't end up using it. So luckily during this time I got a good chance to use it and also to review it thoroughly. I'm going to show you what the mask looks like. It looks like a thick body butter, and it doesn't even have any strong fragrance, which is a good thing. Now ideally you need to shampoo your hair or dampen your hair, and then apply a generous amount of this mask all over your hair. Make sure that your strands are nicely covered and coated with this mask. After that, you're supposed to leave it on for a good 20 minutes, maybe more, and your hair is definitely going to feel much more manageable and less frizzy. So what I like to do is I shampoo my hair and I do not use any conditioner. I straight away go in with this mask and I leave it on for about 5 to 6 minutes, and I just wash it off, and my hair genuinely feels really smooth and silky. It doesn't feel frizzy at all, because I remember that after my scuba diving experience, my hair had become totally rough. It had lost all its texture, and in the next few months my hair started to feel extremely scanty. It started to feel so light in weight, and every time I would shower and come out and shampoo my hair, I would feel like as if I have no hair on my head. So my hair was in extremely bad shape, and it definitely needed a lot of attention and lot of pampering. So what I started to do was I started oiling my hair very regularly, and now in this month, that is the month of August that went by, I started to use this mask regularly, and I can see a difference. I feel my hair is calm down. I feel that it's getting some kind of a smooth texture. It is so much less frizzy, and I really love this mask. So if you are someone who has chemically treated hair, and if you feel that your hair has gotten damaged, your ends are damaged, please try this mask. You are not going to be disappointed. So my next favorite is this book called Finding Your Strength in Difficult Times by David Viscott. Now the reason why I cannot show you that book physically right now, because it doesn't belong to me. Now this book was given to me by my friend and neighbor Sonali. She actually has an elder sister figure in my life. So she left this book for me at my place at a time when I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't in the best shape, and I was just completely feeling overwhelmed and having so much of self-doubt. I was in a phase where I didn't want to talk to anyone much. I wasn't interacting with anybody. So she came home and she left this book for me. So one of the nights when I was feeling really restless and I wasn't able to sleep, I reached out for this book and I read it. Now the reason I recommend this book is because once you start reading this book, you do not feel that the book is trying to preach something. It doesn't do the blame game. At least for me, when I started reading the book, I felt that I could relate with it. I felt that from the first chapter itself, I could resonate with everything that was written in the book, and I felt like the book was talking to me. Everything that was written in the book was exactly what I was feeling. So I felt very connected to that book. However, the later chapters talked about forgiveness. For now, I cannot relate to forgiveness because I haven't reached that stage, but this book is definitely a must read. What I like about it is that it is so small in size, it is travel friendly. This book was with me for almost a month, and I made sure that I kept it next to my bedside. In fact, I ended up reading this book twice. I loved it that much, and I'm definitely going to be ordering a copy for myself. I feel anytime you feel low on morale, you feel not very motivated, you're feeling unhappy, or you're getting all these restless feelings, this is a book that will just kind of calm you down, and it will talk to you. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's what it did for me. It really calmed me down. It is a book of meditation, and it is a very simple book written in simple English, nothing complicated, and this is a book I definitely recommend. So if you are feeling restless and you're not able to talk to anybody, I would definitely suggest getting this book, and it will definitely calm you down, because that's what it did for me. I love this book and I always want to have it by my bedside. Now moving on to the next favorite, it happens to be a food item, in fact two of them. So when Kunal was away for his shoot, I was experimenting a little with cooking, and I ended up making samosas, which turned out a little above average. So I thought when he comes home for a week, I'm definitely going to give him a treat. So one evening I treated him with this chana chaat, which I tried for the very first time, and surprisingly it turned out really good. He really enjoyed. And then the next thing was my favorite, samosas. That's right, I love eating samosas, especially the ones that you get from the market. So I tried making the samosas. I did everything from the scratch, right from making the dough to making the filling to stuffing it to giving it the shape. Although I couldn't give it an exact shape how you get it in the market, but it turned out pretty well, and we all had a great treat at home. So these are the pictures of how the chana chaat looked and how the samosas looked, and I really enjoyed cooking, and I really enjoyed the way my family feasted. So moving away from beauty, lifestyle and food items, I want to share with you my favorite web series which I ended up watching in the month of August. So Kunal and I watch a lot of web series. We're really fond of watching web series together. So we binge watch, we sit for 2 and 3 nights together, and we finish the entire series. So while he was away, he ended up watching this web series called Arya on Hotstar, and he loved it so much that he would keep telling me to watch it. But I wasn't so sure if I really wanted to give it a watch. So he kept insisting that I should watch this web series, and I was like, you have already watched it, why do you want to waste your time again? And he was like, it's so good, I don't mind watching it again. So we sat down and we watched the show called Arya. It features Shushmita Sen and Chandrachur Singh along with some other great actors, and I cannot tell you how much I really love that series, and I have fallen in love with Sushmita Sen all over again. So I'm not going to share the story here just in case any of you have not watched it still. But what I like about that series is that it is a simple story put so well. It shows that how a woman can be a mother, a wife, a daughter, sister, friend. She can have a soft exterior and still she can take charge of her life and take charge of the entire situation. Also, the other thing that I really liked about the show is that not a single character in the series has been put in there just for no reason at all. You know, you see everything tying in together in the last 2 episodes. So if you feel you've seen a character in an episode or two, you'll be wondering, why was this character in this episode? And then suddenly you see in the last 2 episodes how everything just ties in together. And I don't want to really give out much, but it is a beautiful series. It will definitely keep you hooked and it is definitely a must watch. Also, I want to quickly mention that I really love the concept, how Sushmita's clothes, her home, the entire color tone, everything kind of coordinated. They color blocked it so well. I know it doesn't make sense, but I really wanted to mention it, like right from the color of her car to her clothes to the scarf that she wore, everything, you know, it was not glamorous, it was not gaudy, but yet there was a color tone to it which I really liked. And you know, when I watched it, I actually felt like I was watching a western series. It is that good. So this is a series that I definitely recommend. So if you are on a lookout to watch a good web series which is not too long, this is a good series to watch. It has about 8 or 9 episodes and it's streaming on Hotstar as of now, and it is definitely going to keep you very intrigued and will keep you hooked. You will not feel like skipping any episode and you will definitely want to watch the series from the beginning to the end in one go. At least that is what we did. So yeah, with that, the August favorites would have to come to an end. I hope you really enjoyed this segment and I'm so excited that I have restarted this series and I plan to continue with it. Do share in the comments below what were your favorites in the month of August. I would love to read it, and do share your feedback. I would love to read that as well. With that, I would have to sign off on this video. I hope you all have subscribed to my channel. If you have stuck around till now, thank you so much for your patience, and I hope you all have clicked on the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video here on my channel. So before I go, you know the drill. Stay extra kind and be your own kind of beautiful. Bye.